Hello and welcome to Hero Spotlight, the segment where we unmask our featured IT heroes and find out a bit more about them. This week joining me are Daniel Avenir, the one half of the dynamic duo behind Solid Systems, Fred Root, the co-founder and CEO of Worldwide Creative, and Jalal Fiassi Razavi, who is the managing director of Red Button Mobile. Welcome guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, thank you.
Fred, my first question is for you. You and your colleague Mark started the idea behind your business in a mug and bean. I think it was in Claremont.
That's right, yeah, Canada Square.
Okay. Where else do you come up with your bright ideas?
Sure. You know, we pretty much don't have a location-specific idea generation process, but I will say that we've been in some pretty strange and unusual places where we have come up with ideas. I'll say that the Brass Bell in Cork Bay is a good place for inspiration. Maybe just because there's such strange and interesting, weird, wonderful people there. But you know, we've had ideas in Korean karaoke bars. We've got our various meeting rooms in Worldwide Creative, and you know, Mike and I work very well actually at the airport.
You're also behind the Heavy Chef project. Do you yourself enjoy cooking?
I love cooking, although I would say that I'm not a very good cook. Fortunately, I've got a wife who kind of handles most of the cooking in our house. But yeah, no, I make a mean toasted cheese. That's about as far as it goes, really.
Now, you currently have employees in offices in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, even in London. Do you think that some of them draw caricatures of you?
It's a good question. Well, look, I'd be a hypocrite if I said, like, I hope not. But, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I employ some very creative people, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
Okay. Well, Jalal? Fred now said, you know, he has offices in 2 countries, but we hear that you have cultural roots in 3. Would you mind telling us more about that?
Sure. Yeah, I'm half Persian, half Belgian, born in Lesotho, and raised in South Africa. So, you know, interesting. I don't know how my parents ended up meeting in Lesotho, especially one being from Iran and another one from Belgium. But it did happen, and there's a lot of cultural diversity in my family, that's for sure. I mean, I don't even want to go into uncles and aunts. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I've got a lot of different cultures to see, to be involved with.
And there's a specific word. It's also the account name of your Twitter account, the word that you use to refer to yourself. What is that word?
Well, I was looking on Twitter, and a lot of the people that I follow have these cool names, which I thought, wow, how did these guys come up with that? I sat and I thought for a while. I don't want to say my name, Jalal Fiassi Razavi, because it's a bit too much for Twitter. Nobody's ever going to mention me or DM me with that kind of name. So I just mixed the two, Belgium and Iran. So I came with Belgian. And it works.
Red Button is currently one of the incubator businesses in the Bandit Farm. When will the Red Button egg hatch, do you think?
Well, we're still with the barn. We've been with the barn for 4 years. That doesn't mean that our egg hasn't hatched. I think it's hatching. It's in the process of hatching. It's cracking at least. We've had some very good results over the past 4 years through organic growth. I mean, the business is 100% only owned. So we're doing pretty well. We need to look into expansion into other areas. But other than that, I would say the egg is in the process of hatching.
Dan, the next question is for you. You started off your entrepreneurial journey quite early, making bracelets from telephone wire at the age of 9. Do you think that entrepreneurs need to get some sort of kickstart to start their careers?
Well, I think that's a sure way of knowing if you are an entrepreneur. You know, for me personally, everything from the age of 8 onwards, everything was how do I make a buck? What can I do to improve this product? How can I improve that service? I had a knack for just being creative in the business world, and I think that it's a sure sign if you start off quite early and you have that type of knack that you will end up owning your own business one day.
Since we're on the topic of wires, Jalal, the next question is for you. Do you think that ultimately internet technology will become wireless?
Sure. I mean, we're already seeing the effects of what mobile is having on the industry. At the end of the day, the back end is still wired, it's still fixed line. So it's a bit of both. You're going to need both. But we are seeing the trends. We know where it's going. These days, everybody's got an iPad or an iPhone or some sort of Android wireless device. It looks like it's going towards that direction.
Dan, this is another question for you. You are interested, or actually are a boxer. Has sparring in the ring taught you anything about the business world?
It's a good question. Yes, certainly. What I find is, if I can draw a similarity between the two, getting into a ring and getting into a business situation, is you always think beforehand that you are the most prepared that you can ever be. And you've trained, and you're prepared, and you're ready, but once you get into that ring, you realize that you could have trained harder, you should have trained harder, there was so much more work to do, and I think that's true when it comes to business as well. And that's what part of being an entrepreneur is about. It's about thinking that you've done everything, and realizing afterwards that there was so much more to do, and next time just improving.
Okay, now it's time for our quick fire round, and the questions are all related to superheroes. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Dan?
I think my superpower would be being able to have absolute perfect communication. So being able to take whatever idea or concept or instruction is inside my head and perfectly put it onto somebody else.
I would like the ability to see a few hours into the future so that I could buy lottery tickets and fund my own business. I think that's a key thing. The search for funding is a tough and hectic road to go down.
I'd like to speed and I suppose durability to maintain the speed. There's not enough hours in the day. Just with respect to personal development and things that I want to achieve, getting the business to where the business needs to be, and then family life, with wife and kids and so on and so forth. There's not enough time in the day, which, and one thing you cannot get back is time. And if I had speed, maybe it would help a little bit.
Okay, if you were a superhero, would you wear your knickers on the inside of your pants or on the outside of your pants? Dan, what do you think?
I'll definitely wear it on the outside. I think it adds style and character.
Great. And Fred?
I mean, it's got to be inside. Inside.
Angela?
I said it before, who says superheroes need to wear any knickers?
Okay, who do you think is your most trusted sidekick and why would you say that? Dan?
My most trusted sidekick has to be my business partner. We've got a very unique friendship and business relationship. We've been friends and business partners for countless years now. And whenever I need, I can count on him and vice versa. So he would be my trusted sidekick.
And Fred?
I think the easy answer for me would also be to say my business partner Mike, but I would say actually in this case my wife, purely because she actually knows very little about IT, and for the pure reason that she asks the questions that I think no one else would think of asking, and kind of keeps me accountable, and that's pretty handy to have when you're surrounded by people who know a hell of a lot about what we do.
Yeah. Angela?
My iPhone, I think it comes down to the time, and it's great mobility-wise. It's great to be able to communicate to wherever I need to communicate, check up on emails wherever I need to do that. Apart from the iPhone, on the technology front, I would say family, my wife. I think it's very important for me as well. Big sidekick. And then there are too many sidekicks. Call it an entourage. You should ask what my entourage is. And I'd say my team. I mean, the Red Button team, without the team, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, the three of those.
Every superhero and every IT hero has his kryptonite. What would you guys say is your kryptonite? Dan?
My kryptonite is probably my industry, technology, IT, ones and zeros.
And Fred?
I'd say wires. We spoke about wires earlier. I can't stand wires. I hate being, I just don't like wires.
And Jalal, what do you say is your kryptonite?
I don't think I have a kryptonite. I'm a very optimistic person. I think even in life where I've had failures, to me, for whatever reason, it's been a learning point. It's something that I take away something from it and make me stronger.
Well, a big thanks to our ITers for joining us, taking time out of their busy schedules. If you'd like to read more about their stories, about their companies and their innovations, go on the entrepreneur page on the ITers portal or just click the link below this video. Thanks guys.